1984 South Tipperary Junior Hurling final between Carrick-Swan and Newcastle. The first game ended in a thrilling draw 2 weeks ago today, and we're now back for the replay, and the game is just starting here. Straight away it's gone over the line. It's a line ball to Carrick. Cut low, stopped by Pat Runnigan. Full forward Michael Cullinan. Michael falls as he goes for the ball. The referee blows the whistle. It's a free into Newcastle. To be taken, I'm sure, by Pat Runnigan. Yes, Pat wanting to take this free. Pat scored 9 points in the drawn game. And he's off to a good start in this one. It's the first score of the game. After less than a minute, a point from Pat Runnigan for their 5th South title. Carrick and Shure last won it in 1965, while Newcastle last won it in 1975. Carrick playing with the assistance of the wind in the first half. Long puck out from goalkeeper Willie Barrett, dropping 60 yards from the Newcastle goal. Caught by Tommy Condon. Clear field. Tony Cullinan running for it, beaten by the Carrick man. Hooks him. Noel Grant running for the ball, near the sideline. And it's sent over the line. Line ball to Newcastle. This will be taken by Noel Grant. And even against the breeze, Noel Grant is capable of scoring points from anywhere within 50 yards. This is a low one along the ground into Tomas Sweeney. Tomas pulls on it, breaks between them, comes to Michael Allen. He has the ball in his hand. He's fouled, but the whistle has gone. It will be a free into Newcastle. Taken by goalkeeper Willie Barrett. Dropping 60 yards from the Newcastle goal. Terence Kennedy turns it back towards the far sideline. Tomas Sweeney racing for it. Turns it back inside, where Noel Grant has come way out the field for it. Sends it on up towards Tony Cullinan, playing corner forward. Hits from the Carrick man's ankle, comes back into Tony. And cleared by the Carrick man towards the sideline, going over the line. This one to be taken by Neil Power. 60 yards from his own goal in the right hand centre. Where it beats Noel Grant, goes to Pat Runnigan. Pat a long shot in towards Davy Condon. And cleared by the defence. Michael Purcell racing for the ball. Goes to Tommy Condon. Tommy is blocked down as he tries to take his clearance. And the whistle has gone. This free taken by Tommy Condon. Dropping on the half-forward line. Tony Driver breaks it down. And the referee has blown a whistle and has seen some offence. He's awarded a free out to Carrick-Swan. Dropping 50 yards from the Newcastle goal. Breaks to Paddy Murphy. He loses the ball, comes to Terence Kennedy for Newcastle. Terence is hooked as he takes a shot, goes back to Paddy Murphy for Carrick-Swan. He takes a long shot way down the field. Sean Lunning attempts to keep it in, but he couldn't hold the ball. It's gone wide. Dropping 70 yards from the Carrick goal, doubled on by Noel Grant. Tony Cullinan gets the ball in his hand. It's clear towards the far side. It's going over the sideline. Line ball to Newcastle. Noel Grant coming out to take it. Minutes gone in the first half. Another low one from Noel Grant. Cut, clear to the midfield. Terence Kennedy goes for it, loses the ball. Sent away down the left wing, where Tom Runnigan and his man are battling for the ball. Tom has got a knock, but the ball is being cleared by Tommy Condon towards this sideline, coming over the line. Line ball for Carrick-Swan. Line ball for Carrick-Swan to be taken by Paddy Murphy. No. No.
That's the ball.
Put by Joe Walsh down the sideline. Where again it goes to Tom Runnigan. Breaks to Paddy Sweeney. Paddy up the sideline, where again it comes over the line on this side of the field. Another line ball to Carrick-Swan. A good cut towards the left-hand corner, where it goes towards Tom Runnigan. Tom gets the ball in his hand, clears it. Noel Grant under it, and it's sent out by the Carrick man this time. And this time the line ball to This is a better one. Up the field towards full forward Michael Cullinan. Caught by Junior for Carrick-on-Shore and sent dropping 40 yards from the Newcastle goal. Breaks to Tommy Condon. Tommy's lost the ball. A dangerous ball, saved by goalkeeper Martin Cullinan at the expense of a 65. From the centre of the field, sends a long ball, dropping in and dropping just wide of the post. Martin Cullinan to take the puck out for Newcastle. Dropping in the middle of the field, blocked down by the Carrick Swan. Broken back by Terence Kennedy. And again sent in by the Carrick attack. A dangerous dropping ball on the full forward line, where Tommy Condon goes for the ball, fumbles for it with his man. It's still in play, goes to the far corner. Anthony Morrissey, as blocked as he tries to take a shot, but he gets another attempt at it. Gets it further out the field, where it goes to Terence Kennedy. Now it's Paddy Sweeney, he blocks the man. With the ball on the ground, Paddy chasing it. He's beaten by the Carrick man, goes in towards Neil Power, and Tom Lunningham coming from the far corner to meet the ball. Stopped by Tom, but at the expense of a free to Carrick Swan. A low one. Blocked out by Terence Kennedy to Michael Purcell. He gets the ball in his hand and a long clearance middle of the field coming towards this sideline. Pat Lunningham chases it, flicks it on to Tony Cullinan, and it's sent back out again towards the line. It doesn't cross the line. Noel Grant sends it up towards the corner. Again chased by Tony Cullinan, and this time it's sent over the line for a line ball to Newcastle. A long ball dropping in and dropping wide. Dropping in the centre of the field. Missed by both backs and forwards. Now it clears Paddy Murphy for Carrick on the left corner, racing towards the goal, 20 yards out, 14 yards out, blocked down, loses the ball and it gets cleared where Noel Grant in the centre. His shot is blocked as he takes it, and it's taken over the line by the Carrick man. He cuts it low along the ground where it's broken by Paddy Murphy. He's blocked by Paddy Sweeney, and referee Mossy Highland spotting an infringement. Free into Carrick Swan on the 65-yard line. And now taken a further few yards by the referee because of some dissent by the Newcastle players. 10 yards in from the... It's a long ball, but caught by the breeze and taken to the left of the post and wide. The score, still Newcastle 1 point, Carrick-on-Shore no score. 11 and a half minutes gone in the first half. Puck out, dropping in the centre of the field. Noel Grant with the ball in his hand, sends it up, blocked by the Carrick man, fails to get any clearance, tackled by Tomas Sweeney. And Tomas turns it back to the centre again, where Noel Grant is again going for the ball. Beaten by two Carrick men. Davy Condon has come way out from the corner, and the ball sent by the Carrick man to the right wing. Dropped in by number 10. Dangerous dropping ball, blocked by Tom Lunningham. And Tom gets it away towards the far corner. Taken over the line. The ball comes to the Carrick man. He sends a dangerous dropping ball right in front of the goal, about 5 yards from the... And it's a goal. It's a goal from Carrick. The first score of the game for Carrick after 12 and a half minutes. Goalkeeper, a longish one, dropping in the centre of the field. Breaks to Michael Purcell. He can't get the ball on his stick. And he's fouled as he attempts to get the ball into his hand, and it's a free to Newcastle from the centre of the field near the far sideline. 3 yards, doesn't get away with it. And a delay while the sideline is cleared by referee Mossy Highland. Now Pat takes the shot. A long one. Dropping in the parallelogram. Michael Halloran trying to flick it forward. Breaks out to Tomas Sweeney. Tomas cuts it along the ground. Cleared but it's dropping towards Neil Power. Beaten by the Carrick man this time. He sends a very high lobbing shot which goes quite a few yards to the left of the post. The score remains Carrick 1 goal, Newcastle 1 point. Puck out dropping in the centre of the field. Coming towards the far sideline. Paddy Murphy misses the ball. Noel Grant cuts it back up again. Only goes a few yards. Comes back to Paddy Sweeney. Paddy and his man pulling on the ground. Doubled on by Noel Grant to Tony Cullinan. And Tony is awarded a free, being held off the ball by the Carrick man. And about 15 yards in from the right hand sideline to be taken by Pat Lonergan. And Pat sends it high and to the left of the post, wide. The score still Newcastle 1 point, Carrick 1 goal. Carrick having the goal, of course. Tommy Condon. And they send in towards the goal. Sean Lonergan and John Joe Nugent. The ball breaks between them. Comes to Terence Kennedy. Terence loses the ball to Sean Lonergan for Carrick. Breaks across the goal with Neil Power. Clears it along the ground towards the centre of the field. It goes to Pat Lonergan. Stalemate as the ball stands between them. Comes to Paddy Murphy for Swan. Sends it back into the centre of the field where Michael Purcell goes for it. Michael Purcell with the ball in his hand. 60 yards from the Newcastle goal. Tony Cullinan comes out, gets his hand up for the ball, fails to hold it. Tomas Sweeney this time. And Michael Hallinan way out from goal. First the halfway line by Paddy Sweeney. Tomas Sweeney racing for it. Tomas all on his own. Newcastle on the attack. Michael Hallinan doubles on the ball. Breaks to Tony Cullinan. Tony sends it towards the goal and sends it wide. Dropping on the Newcastle 65-yard line. Tommy Condon puts up his hand, fails to hold the ball. Terence Kennedy goes for it and he's penalised by the referee. It's a free into Carrick and Shore, about 50 yards from the Newcastle goal. A high shot and a straight one. That puts Carrick 3 points ahead. Carrick and Shore 1-1, Newcastle 1 point. In the centre of the field. Breaks for Terence Kennedy, beaten by the ball. Breaks where Tommy Condon is racing for it on the far side. Tommy surrounded by 2 Carrick men and fouled. From the Carrick goal. Pat Lonergan gets his hand up for the ball, fails to hold it. Breaks to the Carrick man, he misses the ball and is sent in by Tony Cullinan towards Davy Condon, where Michael Hallinan has the ball. Michael Hallinan with the ball in his hand, heading for a goal 14 yards out. He takes his shot and it's a goal! It's a goal for Newcastle. Michael Hallinan the scorer. And now the sides are level. Puck out by goalkeeper Willie Barrett. Dropping near this sideline, 50 yards from the Newcastle goal, breaks to the Carrick man. Sends it in towards the Newcastle goal where Sean Lonergan and John Joe Nugent are going for it together. The Carrick man takes his shot, it breaks where Anthony Morrissey has come across to clear it. Anthony Morrissey is hooked as he tries to clear it. The ball is still on the ground. Where Neil Power gets it away to Tomas Sweeney in the centre of the field. Tomas along the ground again. To Tony Cullinan. Can't hold the ball. The Carrick man hooked by Noel Grant as he tries to take a shot. Hooked again as he tries to take a shot and he leaves the ball run over the sideline. A line ball for Newcastle. The hooker in chief of that time, Noel Grant. Dropping 30 yards from the Newcastle goal. Michael Hallinan cuts inside his man again. But the referee has blown the whistle. It's a free to Carrick Swan. About 20 yards from the Carrick goal and 20 yards in from the near sideline. 50 yards from the Newcastle goal. Cleared towards the centre of the attack. Tommy Condon fails to hold the ball. Anthony Morrissey blocks down his man and clears the ball. A great clearance. Tomas Sweeney. Tomas beaten this time. And Tom Lonergan coming to the centre of the defence and putting up his hand and clearing the ball towards the far sideline. Still in play, caught by the Carrick man. And again Tom goes up, bats the ball out. The Carrick man takes his shot and has sent it wide by Tom Lonergan to his brother Pat. Breaks from him. Paddy Sweeney doubles on the ball along the ground towards Noel Grant where he gets his hand towards the goal where Michael Hallinan is going for it. Michael Hallinan gets his stick to it. It's cleared by the goalkeeper only a few yards. Still in front of the goal, 5 yards out. They can't get room to swing. Blocked by Tony Cullinan. Breaks towards the far side and towards centre field. Michael Purcell beaten. The ball goes down the far wing. Tommy Condon trying to keep up to his man. Still in play on the far side. The Carrick man sends it in front of the goal. Broken and saved by the goalkeeper at the expense of a 65 again. 65 to be taken for Carrick-on-Shore by the number 12. And he sends a long high ball all the way over the bar and restores the lead to Carrick-Swan. Scored by John Waters that time, number 12 for Carrick-Swan. Martin Cullinan to poke out the ball. Dropping in the centre of the field, sent further on by Michael Purcell, but towards the sideline and over the line. Breaks back for the Carrick man. Tries to get any clearance, it's a short one. Still in the centre of the field. And this it's Anthony Morrissey going with his man. The Carrick man has in his hand, he's heading 25 yards from the goal. Blocked by Anthony Morrissey and clear towards Neil Power. Neil Power cuts outside his man and sends a long field where Noel Grant is going for it, misses the ball. Caught by the Carrick man and sent way back, the long ball dropping 25 yards where Tom Runningham comes to meet it and sends it way back up the field. And Tom was fouled after he hit the ball, and the free will be given from where the ball lands. Then in the centre of the field. A long one from Pat, but dropping wide. The breeze making it a little bit tricky for free taking today from that range. Dropping inside the Newcastle 65. Cleared by Paddy Sweeney, just a short distance, he still chases it. Comes back to Pat Lonergan. Pat sends it towards the centre of the field. Paddy Murphy for Carrick-Swan breaks back with the ball. And sends his forwards on the attack again, dropping towards Anthony Morrissey. Sean Lunning with the ball in his hand takes a shot. Blocked by John Nugent near the corner flag. Gone over the line. It will be a line ball to Carrick. Cross towards the centre. Beats backs and forwards, comes to Tom Lunningham. He clears it on this wing, where again it's coming very close to this sideline. It won't cross the sideline. And sent back by the Carrick midfield, where Tommy Condon puts up his hand for the ball, breaks to Michael Purcell. Michael Purcell gets the ball in his hand and kicks it way up, where it comes to Pat Lonergan. It slips off Pat's stick. Tomas Sweeney comes in to help him, and Noel Grant comes in to help him. Ball goes to the Carrick man, it sends it way down the far wing. Tommy Condon and his man tussling for the ball, cleared by Anthony Morrissey, who was having a great game on the corner today. And the referee has blown his whistle. Anthony has been awarded a free out.
And the timer.
25 minutes gone in the first half. Dropping 50 yards from the Swan goal. Held by the defender as he puts his hand up and is fouled. 40 yards from the Newcastle goal, where it's caught again by Anthony Morrissey and clear towards the centre. Carrick-on-Shore tending to dominate the centre of the field at the moment, but this time it's stopped by Tomas Sweeney and it goes off the Carrick man over the line. Noel Grant coming to take this line ball just a yard into the Carrick half of the field. Dropping towards Tony Cullinan, who gets the ball in his hand and he heads towards the goal. He's 25 yards out, he's still going through. He takes his shot and the referee has blown the whistle. Tony is only winded, I think, in the square. The referee has blown the whistle. It will be a 14-yard free to Newcastle, a penalty. And it looks like Michael Allen is going to be the man to tip. Referee Mossy Hyland clearing the men 14 yards from the ball. Michael Hallinan takes the shot now, and it's a goal! He sends it all the way to the net. Another goal from Michael Hallinan, his second of the game. And this puts Newcastle into the lead for the first time. Newcastle goal. Tommy Condon puts up his hand, misses the ball, and the Carrick man is going through. 30 yards out, takes his shot, sends it over the bar. Dropping on his own 65-yard line. Michael Purcell can't get the ball up. Now he has it. His shot is blocked as he tries to take it. And it breaks to the Carrick man who's sitting on the 14-yard line. Tom Runningham tries to back the ball breaks towards the right. Martin Cullinan clears it, where Neil Power and Paddy Sweeney chase for the ball. Paddy gets it in his hand, loses it, and it's Paddy again. Paddy Murphy, beaten. Blocked by Noel Grant. To Tomas Sweeney. And a long ball way up the field where Michael Hallman is racing forward with his man. Beaten this time by 2 defenders. Has the ball in his hand again on the corner flag. And the ball has gone out for a 65 to Newcastle. Taken by Pat Lunigan. Just a couple of minutes left in the first half. Pat sends a long ball dropping in. And just inches wide of the post. Leaves the score Swan 1 goal and 3 points, Newcastle 2 goals and 1 point. Puck out dropping on the Newcastle 65-yard line. Terence Kennedy puts up his hand, can't hold it, breaks to Paddy Sweeney. Paddy one-handed swing. So his brother Tomas sends it just a couple of yards further on, very near the sideline. Kept in play by the Carrick man. And sent back up by Tomas Sweeney. Where Michael Hallman has come way out the field, hooks his man, goes towards Michael Purcell in the centre. Michael gets the ball in his hand. And Michael carries the ball too far, and the referee Mossy Highland has awarded a free to Carrick Swan. Injured and being attended to now by Tozzy Hackett and Tony Rush. Paddy's okay, he's just slightly winded. The field. And this gives him his chance to equalise before half-time. A long ball dropping into the centre. And dropping over the bar. A very good point for Carrick Swan from the centre of the field. A little over the third centre of the field. Breaks towards the far side. Cleared out by Tommy Condon. And sent in again towards Anthony Morrissey. Anthony loses sight of the ball this time. And a dangerous ball dropping into the front of the goal. And it's a goal for Swan. Inside the 5, it looked pretty close thing. But the goal stands. That gives Carrick a 1-goal lead as the ball is pucked out. And there goes the half-time whistle. And cleared. Breaks to Terence Kennedy. Terence is hooked as he takes a shot. He falls. He gets up again. He's still swinging away. Ball going towards the Newcastle goal. Neil Power clears it out to Paddy Sweeney, and Paddy sends it where it breaks between Tony Driver and his man. Sent it inside. Tony Driver gets it back again. Sends a shot in from the far wing and sends it over the bar. A point for Newcastle. The first score of the second half after only 38 seconds from Tony Cullinan. There from Tony Cullinan, who flew in from New York only yesterday evening at 5:30. From the centre of the field. Tommy Condon gets it in his hand, leaves it ball. He's fouled as he tries to... Well, the referee says that he has done the fouling and he's awarded the free to Carrick. No, he hasn't. My mistake. He's giving it to Tommy. In his own half of the field. A long shot from Tommy. Dropping in the square. And the referee blows the whistle and awards a free out to Carrick Swan. Doubled on, sent back up inside the Newcastle 6, in 30 yards from the Newcastle goal. Sent outside to number 12 for Carrick. Into the centre where Terence Kennedy misses it. And now the ball is 14 yards from the Newcastle goal. Cleared by Tom Lonigan. To the centre of the field where Michael Purcell goes for it. Michael Purcell beats his man, sends it further on. Gets the breaking ball, can't get it in his stick. Noel Grant penalised. Sent in, dropping on the 14-yard line. Breaking in front of the goal, the ball is loose around front of the goal, it's a goal! It's a goal, the ball goes in beside the corner of the post. And now Carrick and Shure are off to a great start to the second half. A goal after 2.5 minutes. That makes the score Carrick Swan 3 goals and 4 points, Newcastle 2 goals and 2 points. Cook out. Drops in the centre of the field, goes to Pat Lonigan. The parallelogram, where Davy Condon is under it. Breaks towards Michael Hallinan. Flicks it out to Tony Cullinan. Tony can't get the ball up. Now it's taken by the Carrick defender. And clear towards the far sideline. Blocked by Pat Lonigan for Newcastle. Sent back out again to Tony Cullinan on the 14-yard line. Further out to Michael Hallinan. Michael Hallinan sent it towards the goal. And cleared by the goalkeeper towards the far sideline. Again it's sent back in by Pat Lonigan. And the ball has gone wide. Stopping on the Newcastle 65-yard line. Blocked by Tommy Condon. Where Noel Grant goes for the ball with his man. Breaks between them. Noel again blocks the ball and sends it further down towards Pat Lonigan. Pat Lonigan sends the ball towards the centre. Michael Hallinan is coming to meet it. Cannot get the ball in his hand. He's fouled as he tries to get the ball up and is awarded a free. Free by Pat Lonigan and sent over the bar by Pat. The score, Carrick Swan 3 goals and 4 points, Newcastle 2 goals and 3 points. Dropping in the centre of the field. Blocked down by Paddy Sweeney. Sent further on by Paddy along the ground. He chases the ball himself. Grant blocks it. Gets in his shot. A short one. A few more yards towards Tony Cullinan. Tony Cullinan to Pat Lonigan. And a long dropping ball and dropping over the end line and wide. Dropping on the Newcastle 65-yard line. Breaks Tommy Condon. Tommy sends it towards this side of the field to the centre. Double on by Tomas Sweeney. Cleared back out again where it comes to Paddy Sweeney. Paddy with a long clearance. In towards Michael Hallinan. Michael Hallinan has the ball in his hand. 30 yards from the Carrick goal. Takes his shot and sends it wide. In the centre of the field, where Davy Condon has come out to the centre now. And Davy sends it way down the right wing. Breaks between Tony Coleman and his man. And the second Carrick man comes in to lend a little assistance. Michael Hallinan gets the ball in towards Michael Purcell, who has moved into the full forward line. Out comes the goalkeeper. Sends the ball along the ground towards the middle of the field. Neil Power and his man racing for it. Ball beats both of them. Neil gets back to get it up. Can't get it in his hand. He's still there. Sent back by the Carrick man. Very near the sideline. Towards Sean Lonigan. Chased by John Joe Nugent. Ball. Dropping on the 14-yard line. Straight in front of the goal. The Carrick man with the ball in his hand. Sent to the over the bar. No. Dropping in the Carrick half of the field. Breaks Tomas Sweeney. Tomas cannot get the ball up. Sends it along the ground. Pat Lonigan has the ball. Gets it in his hand. Pat is 40 yards out. Sends the shot in towards the goal and it's dropping left of the post and again wide. Breaks to Paddy Murphy for Carrick. Sends it on to Bernard Waters. Tackled by Terence Kennedy. Has the ball in his hand. Sends it back over his head to Paddy Murphy. And Paddy takes a shot. Getting the stopping ball into the goalkeeper where he catches it in his hand. Sent by Noel Grant towards Michael Purcell. Michael Purcell in across the centre. Tony Cullinan racing for the ball. beaten this time by it. Davy Condon has the ball in his hand. Short pass to Tony Cullinan. By the Carrick defence. In the middle of the field. The Carrickmen. Dropping on the 5-yard line. Cleared by Anthony Morrissey for a 65. 65 to Carrick on shore. 9.5 minutes into the second half. Carrick's won at this stage, leading by 5 points as he sends in the 6-high one. And he sends it just wide of the post. 65-yard line. Hands go up for the ball, drops onto the surface. Sent back up by Carrick Swan, where Anthony Morrissey comes. And Tommy Condon goes back to help him. Where Michael Coleman now in the game for Newcastle misses the ball. And a shot by Sean Lonigan for Carrick and Shore goes whizzing past the goal and to the right. Noel Grant with the ball in his hand. Gets in his shot, sends it way down towards the far corner where Michael Halloran is coming for the ball. Michael Halloran has the ball in his hand, cuts inside the full-back. He's racing towards goal. Sends the ball into Michael Purcell. .5 minutes gone in the second half. Pat drops it in. Breaks out to Tomas Sweeney. Tomas puts it back in again from the ground. Michael Purcell and Noel Grant. Tony Cullinan. The referee blows the whistle. And I think Mossy will probably hop the ball. Yes, he does. Breaks to the Carrickman. Sends it way out the field. Davy Condon running for the ball. Davy gets the ball on his stick into his hand. And he has been fouled and awarded a free in. Pat Lonigan coming out to take it. 65 yards from the Carrick goal. The half gone in the second half. And Pat drops that ball over the bar to reduce the arrears. The score now, Carrick's won 3 goals and 5 points, Newcastle 2 goals and 4 points. Where Pat Lonigan gets his hand on it. Pat has the ball going through 35 yards out from the Carrick goal. Takes his shot and sends the ball over the bar. There's now just 1 goal between the sides. To the near sideline. Paddy Sweeney battling for it, blocks the ball. Referee blows the whistle. And again, Noel Grant and Paddy Murphy waiting for the throw-in. Noel Grant pulled on by the Carrickman. Referee awards a free to Newcastle. No, he doesn't. He awards the line ball to Carrick. To be taken by Paddy Murphy. A good ball from Paddy Murphy. John Joe Nugent. And Anthony Morrissey again with the ball in his hand. Anthony flattened as he tried to come out with the ball, and Anthony having a fantastic game in the corner for Newcastle today. From his own 14-yard line, dropping the ball into the Carrick half of the field. Noel Grant injured in the centre of the field. A Carrickman also injured. Davy Condon struggling for the ball. Gets it to Pat Lonigan. Pat along the ground where Tony Cullinan and Michael Halloran both go for it. Michael Halloran sends it back into the centre. Noel Grant racing for the ball. Gets it in his hand. Sends a high ball dropping in where Tony Cullinan is under it. Gets the ball in his hand. 20 yards out from the goal, 10 yards out, takes a shot. Goes across the goal and goes inches wide. Referee gone in to talk to the umpires. Dropping in the Newcastle half of the field. Michael Purcell gets his hand up. Fails to hold the ball. Now it's Paddy Sweeney to get it back again for Newcastle. In the right wing. Blocked by Tommy Condon. Michael Purcell racing back to clear it. Has the ball in his hand, slips as he gets it. And kicks it to the field where Tomas Sweeney gets it to Davy Condon. Davy's back into his brother Tommy Condon. And Tommy with a long clearance. 40 yards from the Carrick goal. Tony Cullinan with the ball again. And Pat Lonigan. Ball clear to the far sideline. And over the line by Carrick's one. A line ball to Newcastle. Noel Grant to take it. Sends a long ball dropping in towards the goal. Saved by the goalkeeper. And he comes way out to the far side and clears the ball. British clearance in the centre of the field. Neil Power gets a second swing at it. Sent back up by Carrick, and Tommy Condon is there all on his own. He shot his block as he tries to take it, but Tom Lonigan covers for them. Tom sending it to the far side. Paddy Murphy cuts in again to Paddy Sweeney on his own. Paddy Colemouth. Pat Lonigan, Michael Coleman going for it together. It's cleared over the far sideline. Line ball to Newcastle. 50 yards from the Carrick end. It's a long ball again dropping in where Michael Halloran gets that ball on his stick. It's cleared out. Paddy Sweeney's trying to get it in again. Tomas Sweeney is there. They're pulling away and it's cleared to the Carrick man. And he comes crossing the halfway line with the ball on his stick. Still going. 60 yards, 50 yards from the Newcastle goal. 40 yards from the end line. 30 yards. Sends the ball in towards the centre, where it's hopping about. Cleared by Tom running into the far side. Chased by Tom and cleared further out. Missed by the Carrick man in the centre of the field. Sent to the far side. And a long and a straight one. It's a point for Carrick and Sure. Puts them 4 points ahead. Long one dropping on the Carrick 65-yard line. Breaks to Noel Grant. Sends it to the far side. Tony Cullinan comes towards Tommy Condon. Turned back by Tom Lonigan. John Welsh goes towards the far sideline, goes over the line. Linesman being surrounded by. Dropping in, Tom Lonigan blocks it down. And clear. Tony Cullinan with the ball on his hand. Sends it further down the right wing, where Pat Lonigan is going for it. Pat has the ball on his stick. Trying to cut it inside his man, cannot. Sends the ball towards the goal, where it breaks. It falls from the goalkeeper, but he recovers it. And clears it. Dropping in the centre of the field. Tommy Condon with the ball in his hand. Tommy's ball. Noel Grant now. Along the ground to Tony Cullinan. Tony with the ball in his hand. Sent it 14 yards from the Carrick goal. Michael Halloran, the ball on his stick, 5 yards out. Takes his shot. It's a goal! A goal from Michael Halloran, his third goal of the game. Now just 2 points between the sides. 9 minutes left for play. According to the scoreboard, the excitement is too much for me. Sent in again by Noel Grant. Pat Lonigan. Pat with the ball in his hand. Going towards the end line. Michael Halloran racing for it, can't get to it. Drops in front of us. Doubled on by the Carrick man. Going towards the sideline. Crosses the sideline. Ball to Newcastle. By Anthony Morrissey. Along the ground. Again goes over the line. Line ball to Newcastle, just in his own half of the field. A long one dropping in where Tomas Sweeney goes for it. Breaks off his stick. Michael Coleman now. Tony Cullinan on this. And the ball sent again over the line by the Carrick man. Another line ball to Newcastle. Noel Grant again to take this line ball, this time about 40 yards from the Carrick goal. It's a dangerous dropping ball into the square and cleared for a 65.
We are the black and white. We are the birds.
Oh. Pass.
And this one I'm going to win a huge deal.
Pat Lonergan takes his shot, sends a long one in. And over the bar, the equalising point from Pat Lonergan. And just listen to the excitement now on the Newcastle side. Goalkeeper Willie Barrett to take the puck out. Sends it a long one up the field, dropping 60 yards from the Newcastle goal. Comes back to Tommy Condon. Tommy loses the ball. Sent back by Tom Lunning to the field, where Tony Cullinan has the ball in his hand. Tony sends the ball blocked, gets it back in his hand, and sends it in again towards the full forward line. Michael Hallinan. Tomas Sweeney racing for it. Back again to Michael Hallinan, has the ball in his hand. Hurley is held as he tries to take his shot. And he gets the free. Tomas Sweeney seems to be injured at the moment, and John Condon is coming into the game for Newcastle. In a moment, who's going off? I think it's Michael Coleman. As Pat Lonergan takes this shot and sends it over the bar, the lead for Newcastle. 4.5 minutes left for play. Puck out by the Carrick goal, dropping on the 65-yard line. Sent out by Davy Condon. Tomas Sweeney towards the far sideline and goes over the sideline. That one comes to Noel Grant. Himself and Tony Cullinan fumbled the ball between them. It's sent further down, where the Carrick man has the ball in his hand. Robbed by Pat Lonergan. Sends the ball in towards Michael Hallinan in the centre. Michael Hallinan with the ball in his hand. His jersey is pulled as he tries to take a shot, but he sends the ball in anyway, and it just goes inches wide of the post. Coming towards this side of the field, Michael Purcell puts up his hand for the ball goes over the line. Both sides claiming this. Referee comes in to sort it all out. And the ball given to Carrick Swan, Paddy Murphy to take it. Paddy will put this one in to the front of the goal mouth. Yes, he does. Goes to Sean running in front of goal. He's blocked. Ball comes to Tommy Condon. Tommy Condon with the ball in his hand. Gets his clearance. A short run coming to Noel Grant. Noel Grant with the ball in his hand. Noel is blocked as he tries to take a shot. Paddy Murphy back for Carrick and Swan. Now it's Tommy Condon back again for Newcastle. Can't get room to take his shot and holds the ball too long. Referee Mossy Highland awarding a free to Carrick Swan. 2 minutes left for play now. Just 5 yards in from the sideline as he prepares to take this shot. Takes it, it's a high one. And it's over the bars, the equaliser. Newcastle 3-7, Carrick Swan 3-7. 1.5 minutes left for play now. Martin Cullinan to take the puck out. Dropping in the Carrick half of the field. Dropped by the Carrick man and sent back up again, where Tom Lonergan goes for the ball. Here's just a few yards, sent back in again. Puts his hand up for it, gets it in his hand. Loses the ball and it comes to the Carrick man. He's 35 yards out. Michael Purcell takes it from him. Tommy Condon back again to help out there. Can't get his shot in. And the referee the stopwatch.
Come on, Spawn, do it! Do it, Spawn! Come on, Sean,
A vital puck for Carrick Swan as they prepare to take their 65. It's a long high ball, it's a good looking ball. It's dropping in. Batted out. Cleared to the far corner. Neil Power on the ball. And John Joe Nugent clearing it. And it goes over the line. Carrick Swan got a goal in the first half, 1 minute into injury time. Can they do it again? No, it's a line ball to Newcastle this time, to be taken by Noel Grant. Noel landing in midfield, and there goes the full-time whistle. And again, the teams have drawn. Carrick Swan 3 goals and 7 points. Newcastle 3 goals and 7 points. The sides are level again at the end of a second game. So we're just finding out now whether there will be extra time. If there will, I presume it will be 2 periods of 15 minutes. This is their second time to draw in 2 weeks. Referees surrounded by players and officials in the centre of the field. We're still waiting to find out what they're going to do. Michael Ryan, the Newcastle trainer, encouraging his men in the centre of the field. Both teams back on the field for the start of the first period of extra time. Extra time, there will be 2 periods of 15 minutes each. When the game is on again, Carrick get it way down the field. Blocked by Tom Lonergan. Sends it along the ground towards the sideline where it goes to Neil Power. Neil up along the wing. Knocked from his hand. Sent back in again by the Carrick man. 30 yards from the goal, takes a shot, dropping in. Sean Lonergan with the ball in his hand, blocked down by John Joe Nugent. And cleared a few yards further out. Sent back in again, a long high ball. About dropping to the right of the posts. Pulled on by Noel Grant. Sent back in again by Carrick. Tom Lonergan takes the ball on his chest. And it's cleared by Noel Power towards the centre of the field. Tomas Sweeney sends it further back on. Michael Halloran running for the ball. Puts his hand up and gets the ball in his hand. Cuts inside his man. He's 30 yards from the Carrick goal. Loses the ball. Regains it. And the referee has blown the whistle and awarded a free to Newcastle. 25 yards from the Carrick goal to be taken by Pat Lonergan. And Pat sends it wide. Dropping in the centre of the field. Breaks between the players, comes over the line. Both sides claiming the ball. The linesman says it's a Carrick ball. Taken by the Carrick midfield man. Blocked by Noel Grant. Sent back up again. And now sent back in towards the Newcastle goal. A dangerous dropping ball into Sean Lonergan. Has it in his hand. Takes his shot but sends it wide. Clouds on the mountains now. Tending to turn to drizzle. As Carrick take the 65-yard shot. It's sending to the right of the posts. Dropping in the middle. Breaks to Paddy Sweeney. Paddy sends it on a few more yards where Davy Cullinan is running for the ball. Davy and his man swing together. Now Paddy Sweeney chases his man. Paddy Murphy for Carrick Swan. A short ball. Cleared by Sweeney towards Davy Cullinan. Blocked this time by Neil Power. And the ball, in ball to Newcastle. One man. Ball in the centre of the field on the ground. Scooped on by Davy Cullinan. Tomas Sweeney loses his hurling towards Pat Lonergan. Pat beaten by 2 men. Davy Cullinan half blocks the shot. Comes to Michael Purcell in the middle of the field. He chases his man to the far corner. Still chasing him. Bernard Waters for Carrick. Clear a short distance. And referee Mossy Highland has blown the whistle, awarded a free.
I can't now because
And he takes his shot and sends it over the bar, gives the lead back to Carrick. Gone in the first period of extra play. Just 165-yard line. Davy Cullinan puts up the hurley. Neil Power gets it. Comes back to Noel Grant coming towards this sideline. They're racing for it. Sent on by. Helped by Davy Cullinan. Ball goes over the line. Tony gets a knock on the hand. Line ball to Newcastle to be taken by 60 yards from the Carrick goal. A long one dropping in on the 14-yard line. John Cullinan running for the ball. Breaks on Michael Halloran. The goalkeeper comes out and clears the ball. He chases after it and sends the clearance. Paddy Sweeney on the ball. Sends it back in. Pat Lonergan. Tony Cullinan out with the ball for Newcastle. 40 yards out. Takes a shot ball. And dropping wide. One where Michael Purcell puts up his hand and catches the ball and holds it. Coming to Pat Lonergan. Pat can't hold the ball. Comes out to the centre field where Davy Cullinan is on the man. This time Neil Power puts his hand up for the ball, fails to hold it. Towards Paddy Sweeney. And Tommy Condon. Carrick on the attack on the far wing, 60 yards from the Newcastle goal. Paddy Sweeney after his man. Robs him, but referee Mossy Highland has gone across and has awarded a free to Carrick. High shot and gone to the left of the post and wide. Lads, would you all like to sit in your seats and we trying to get a film of our match? Please, would you centre of the field. Sent back in again towards the Newcastle goal. Anthony Morrissey comes for it. Tommy Condon with the ball. Coming towards the far line. Still near the sideline. And now sent in towards Sean Lonergan. Trying to get the ball up. Now sent it across the goal mouth. Where the Carrick man Bernard Water has the ball in his hand. Takes his shot. Saved by the goalkeeper. For a 65. The first period of extra time. 65 for Carrick Swan. A long, high, straight ball. Yes, it's a point for Carrick Swan. The score now: Carrick Swan 3 goals, 9 points. Newcastle 3 goals and 7 points. Paddy Sweeney swings it. Ball breaks. And referee Mossy Highland blows the whistle, awards a free to Newcastle from the 65-yard line, from the Carrick 65-metre line. Michael Hallow coming out to take the free. Pat Lonergan to take the shot. And dropping left of the post and wide. Pat can't find his scoring touch from the frees today like he did in the drawn game 2 weeks ago when he scored a long puck out from goalkeeper Willie Barrett. Michael Purcell puts his hand up for the ball. Neil Power now chasing his man. Blocked by Tommy Condon. Sean Lonergan. And it's a dangerous ball across the goal. John Newton gets across to hook the man. And now Tommy Condon gone back to help him. It's still just a few yards in front of the Newcastle goal. Got by Paddy Sweeney. He comes back to the Carrick man. And he was tripped as he tried to take his shot. And it's a free to Carrick. And as well blocked and cleared by Tom Lonergan. Back to Paddy Sweeney. To Pat Lonergan. To Tony Cullinan. And as well intercepted by Pat Lonergan, and he goes away up the right wing with the ball on his stick. 40 yards out, 30 yards out. Sends the ball in, is blocked by the Carrick man. And cleared back out again. Tom Lonergan with his hand up for the ball. Sent further in by the Carrick man towards the near sideline. Tommy Condon going for it. And Tommy sends it off a Carrick man over the line, a line ball to Newcastle. He has gone off the Newcastle team. He was limping a couple of minutes ago. Now it's Davy Condon. And he is fouled. Tommy Condon to take this on his own 65-metre line. Along, dropping into the goal mouth. The sticks go up for it, they're swinging. Michael Hallinan swings, can't hit the ball. Comes back again. Michael Hallinan again. And it goes dribbling across the face of the goal and goes wide. Where Tommy Condon has the ball on his stick. Tony Cullinan comes out for it. Tony gets quite a knock on the fingers as his hand went up for that ball. And the referee awarding the free to Newcastle. 40 yards from the Carrick Swan goal. Pat Lonergan to take this, and Pat sends a long ball that has dropped just inches wide of the post. And there goes the whistle for the end of the first period of extra time. And now we're into the second period of extra time, with Newcastle on the attack, ball going towards Tony Cullinan. On the right wing, cutting in, hooks as he tries to take his shot, gets the ball back in his hand. Sends a high ball across the goal, cleared by the goalkeeper to this side. And the ball goes over the line. Line caught by Poppini and sent back in again. Cleared further by the Carrickman. Paddy Murphy swings, misses the ball. Sent on by Paddy Sweeney. Tomas Sweeney. Shot is blocked. Michael Purcell with Bernard Waters. Morrissey on the halfway line. And it goes over the sideline. Another line ball to Newcastle. Now to be taken by Tommy Condon. Noel Grant having gone off the team with an injury. It's a bad one from Tommy along the ground. Blocked again by the Carrickman and blocked down by Michael Purcell. Both sides claiming the line ball. And the Carrick's one, Paddy Murphy to take it. It's a good one from Paddy Murphy. Way up the field, beats Anthony Morrissey, goes over his head. Tom Lunigan clears the ball. Here's clearance, sends it toward the centre of the field, along the ground. Tomas Sweeney racing for the ball with Paddy Murphy. Davy Condon goes to help him. John Condon sends it way down the field. Michael Hallinan coming for the ball. Gets it in his hand. Tries to go inside his man. He's fouled. But he still takes his shot and sends a high ball dropping in. And dropping over the bar. A point from Michael Hallinan to reduce the arrears. Second half of extra time. A long one. Tommy Condon goes for it, misses the ball. Goes to the far side where Neil Power chases his man. Neil Power sends it further down, where Pat Lonigan goes for it. Tommy Condon puts his hand up, catches the ball. And clears it towards the sideline. Ball going over the sideline. It's sent in further, dropping into the 5-yard line. And it goes hopping across the goal mouth. Beating backs and forwards. Goes wide. Dropping in midfield. Tomas Sweeney swinging, missing the ball. Cleared again by Carrick. Where comes to Michael Purcell. He sends it back down again to Tomas Sweeney. Tomas with a very long hook. Dropping towards the goal. Blocked by the Carrick man to the far side, where Paddy Sweeney runs for it with Paddy Murphy. Now it's Neil Power. Beaten this time, but sent over the line by the Carrick man. But cleared back out again by the Swan defence. Tom again puts his hand up for the ball and dropping in towards his brother Pat. Blocked by Davy Condon. But dropping 40 yards from the Newcastle goal, where Tom Lonigan comes with the ball on his stick and sends a relief field. John Condon now. Here. And it's a good ball from Carrick, and it's a long, dangerous ball caught by goalkeeper Martin Cullinan. Lets it fall. He's challenged by the full forward. The ball is still in play. And now it's a goal for Carrick Swan. Slack defensive play by Newcastle. When the ball came across, the man was unmarked on the 5-yard line. All he had to do was tap it in. Ball in the centre of the field. For Tony Cullinan. Loses it. Anthony Morrissey. And now Swan coming again, but this time they've sent it wide. Dropping in the centre of the field. Michael Purcell took his hand, fails to hold it. The Carrick man is hooked. And he takes a swing back, gives away a free to Newcastle. To be taken by Tommy Condon. Tommy will drop this in. Noel Grant is back in the game for Newcastle. He's gone to full forward. Tommy Condon dropping into the goal mouth, and the goalie leaves the ball drop, but he recovers, clears it over the sideline. Line ball for Newcastle. Noel Grant to take. Going across the centre, where it's caught by the Carrick man and booted clear towards Paddy Murphy. Paddy Murphy gets the ball on his stick, goes racing up towards the Newcastle half. Hooked by Davy Condon as he tries to get his shot in. Tommy Condon on his own sends the ball way down the both sides showing signs of tiredness now at this stage. Hooked by Noel Grant. Sent towards Paddy Murphy. Tommy Condon. Tommy with a long clear. To Michael Hallinan. Michael Hallinan with the ball in his hand. Sends a high ball, but it's going to the right and wide. Dropping in the centre of the field, where Tommy Condon has the ball in his hand. He's hooked as he tries to clear it. And the ball crosses the sideline. Will be a line ball to Newcastle. For goal. Tom Lonergan bats it down where there's a loose Carrick man. Sends a weakish shot. Ball hopping in front of the goal, but goalkeeper Martin Cullinan has the ball in his hand. Passes it out to Neil Power. Sends it too far for Neil. And the Carrick man sends the ball back in over the bar. That gives them a 6-point lead. Bernard Waters for Carrick. Racing towards the goals. Hooked by Anthony Morrissey. And the ball is sent. It went off one of the Newcastle defenders for a 65. 5 minutes left for play now, and Carrick Swan in no particular hurry to take this 65-metre puck. The score 4-11 to 3-8. It's a long dropping ball. It goes to the left of the post. Still 6 points between the teams. In the centre of the field again. Batted down by the Carrick man. Batted forward by Tomas Sweeney. John Condon on the ball. Tomas Sweeney on the ball. Comes to the Carrick man. Breaks to Paddy Sweeney. Paddy a low ball. Along the ground to Pat Lonergan. Pat cannot get the ball in his hand. Tom Lonergan. Missed by the Carrick man. Tony Coleman. And the referee blows the whistle and awards a free. Sent to Bernard Waters, lets the ball fall. And now it's a dangerous dropping ball into the Newcastle goalmouth. Tom Lonergan with the ball on his stick. Clears it out to Bernard Waters. Michael Purcell with the ball. Sends the clearance to the centre of the field, where Carrick seem to be getting on top at this stage. Michael Purcell clears. John Condon going for the ball. Sends it further on to Tony Cullinan. Tony slips. Paddy Sweeney. Neil Power. And the game very scrappy at this stage. And he takes a shot and sends it wide again. Still 6 points between the sides. Sent on by Noel Grant. One. On their own 65-metre line. Noel Grant. Outside to Bernard Waters. Dropping ball. Tom Lonergan gets in his hand. He's hooked as he tries to clear. Comes to Davy Condon. John Condon now. Ball beats Tom Lonergan, where Anthony Morris is going across the cover. Comes Sean Lonergan with the ball. Saved by the goalkeeper. And it's a goal. The Carrick man was on the 5-yard line to score the rebound. And that about wraps it up. 1.